It is a nice day out today, so I decided to sit on my patio and record some content. And then here the people come to do the grass. So maybe that's a sign that I don't need to record any content today, or I need to wait. Because I don't think I'm going to make it out here after they finish with all the grass in the air. But I'm really ticked because it's a very nice day. It's not too hot. And the patio is nice and covered. Getting a little breeze. So I was like, okay, I'm going to sit out here, get me a little snack, relax, and record some content. And then here they come. Felt like they just keep coming back here, and there's nothing else to mow. Like you just lollygag here, wasting time. So I was trying to record this outside, but as you heard, the people in the neighborhood came to do the grass. So between the loud lawn mowers and the grass smell in the air, I had to relocate upstairs, which I'm not happy about because I really wanted to spend some time just sitting on the patio getting some work done, um, and record this video, but I'm still gonna get it out there, because I wanted to I wanted to follow up because I did my first live on TikTok. I did my live with Tony from The Real Tonic, and she has a podcast, The Healing Collective. If you've been following my channel, you know that I did a podcast with her a couple of months ago where I shared my healing journey. So we stayed connected and we kind of had this, little bond. And it was like from the jump, we was like, yeah, we're going to do more stuff together. It was just this instant connection, friendship. Um, so she hit me up one day and she was like, hey, would you like to jump on a live with me? And I was like, cool. Because first of all, let me just be honest and say I have stepped out of my comfort zone to be transparent about my journey, and start this YouTube page. However, going live is something completely different and something that I did want to do, but I was nervous and afraid to do it by myself. So when she hit me up and was like, hey, do you want to do the live? I was like, yes, ma'am. um, so I was glad that she did reach out. And one of the things that I did say on the podcast as well as on the live on TikTok that I am a private person. I am an introvert. And every time I say that to her, she's like, oh, I can't tell. Like, you're, just the way you speak. And I don't know why it doesn't come across as me being private and an introvert. But I do know that I've felt um, a calling, so to say, um, to share my journey, right? And for years, I have pushed that to the side and not want to listen to it because of fear. And not fear of judgment, because I'm the type of person where I don't give a F what you say about me. I don't care what you think about me because you can't judge me. Only God has that authority, right? So I'm not fearful about sharing aspects of my life and my journey. I am just fearful of being in front of people, um, and having those discussions. However, I do find that when I am placed in those type of situations, I'm able to thrive. And I think a lot of that is because I am my authentic self. I am not going to come up here and share or be things in a person that I'm not, you know? I am real and I keep it real. Always have, always will. And that's something that I love about myself. Um, but back to the purpose of this video. Are we going to keep getting these interruptions? Let me put this on do not disturb so I don't get anything else. Okay. So, anywho, welcome back to another episode of Through the Journey with Jennifer. Let's talk about it Wednesdays, where every Wednesday I come and bring you a video about a topic that's mainly going to be about mental health, healing, life, real life, um, or a topic maybe that someone has sent me that we can dive into and talk about. So today, like I said, I wanted to do a little recap of the TikTok that I did with Tony. So, um, excuse me. We talked about forgiveness and what it actually feels like when you're doing the work. Um, one of the first things we talked about was what forgiveness means. And for me, forgiveness isn't about saying it's okay or pretending the pain didn't happen or the situation didn't happen. It's about saying, I'm not going to carry this anymore. And that includes forgiving myself, self forgiveness. And I shared my personal story about how I was a teen mom. I grew up fast. I had, lost my childhood, my identity because I didn't know who I was at 15 years old. And for a long time, I carried the shame of that. But I've learned with healing, you have to give yourself grace. And you can't heal if you keep punishing yourself and just surviving. You just keep going in survival mode. You can't forgive yourself and find that peace if you're operating that way. Tony had asked some beautiful questions that really stuck with me. Like one of them was, how do you know when you've forgiven someone versus avoiding the pain? And that one hit because sometimes we think we've moved on, but we've buried it deep, deep. But true forgiveness feels lighter. There's a sense of peace. You don't need to replay it. And then if it does come back to you, it doesn't hit you as hard. You know. Another question was, have you ever had to forgive someone who never apologized? Again, yes, that one hit as well. And I think that could be a hard part of forgiveness. But I did learn that my peace cannot depend on someone else's accountability. I had to choose peace for myself. And so do you. One of the biggest takeaways from the live was the self forgiveness is the foundation. Forgiving yourself for what you didn't know, for how long it took, and for what you settled because you didn't believe you deserved better. That's all real healing. And it's not overnight, it's layer by layer. It takes time, it takes different stages. And maybe I'll do a post to talk about the different stages of forgiveness. So you can kind of get a little bit more detail and see what stage you are in the forgiveness um, ladder. But if you're watching and you're holding on to resentment, shame, and guilt, I just want you to know that you don't have to carry that weight forever, right? Forgiveness does not mean forgetting what happened. It means remembering it without letting it define you. Because at the end of it all, you deserve peace, you deserve freedom, and most importantly, you are not alone in this process. So, if you missed the live with me and Tony last Thursday, I'll add a few highlights in the description as well as her tag so you can follow her on TikTok. We will be going live again tomorrow at 7 Eastern, 6 Central Time. So be sure to follow me on TikTok at Through the Journey. And if you felt something from this video, I want you to leave me a comment and let me know if you are in your forgiveness journey because I want to talk about it. I want to help you through it. And if there's anything that I can do or any questions that I can answer, maybe from my journey that may be able to help you, I'm here to do that. And of course, if you're enjoying these conversations, I thank you for tuning in, and I would ask that you subscribe, that you like, that you comment, and you interact with me because I really enjoy doing these. I really enjoy connecting with other people and hearing input and hearing their stories. That really does mean a lot to me. So, until next time, take care of yourself, take care of your heart and your mind, and be at peace.